Hey everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be making this, which is my home in Animal Crossing. So it's a little bit different of a video today than usual because the dimensions of the home, like the exterior of the home versus the rooms inside the actual home, are very different. It wasn't possible for me to create the actual home and have it look accurate both on the inside and the outside. So I basically made the exterior separately, and then I created each individual room on its own and tried to decorate it as accurately as possible to what I have in Animal Crossing. I thought that this was a fun idea. I'm probably not the first person to do this, although I haven't seen it done before. I just had a fun idea when I was playing Animal Crossing that I would try to recreate my home in The Sims 4, so that's exactly what I did here. If you like this kind of stuff or this style of video, please let me know and I will try to do more of these. But this was just kind of a little fun thing, a little bit different than what I usually do that I wanted to try out. So luckily there was this roof which does look pretty similar to what my roof is in Animal Crossing, and the windows look pretty similar as well. Unfortunately, I don't have a door in The Sims 4 that's as wide as the door that's in Animal Crossing, so it doesn't look exact, but I think it looks pretty close. So now I'm moving on to the interior rooms, and I'm starting off with my kitchen, which in Animal Crossing isn't really a full kitchen yet. I don't have a whole ton of Animal Crossing furniture. I don't really know a lot of people who play the game, so I wasn't able to catalog items from them as I know a lot of people do. Also, I don't oh, what's it called? Time travel. I don't time travel. I just kind of play it as it's normally supposed to be played, which might be boring to some, but I just like to play it as it's normally supposed to be played. And because of that, I don't have a whole bunch of different types of furniture. So I do have this one like kitchen island thing, which looks pretty nice in Animal Crossing. And then I built these ironwood stools to go with it. I also have the ironwood workbench, which I thought would be a pretty good fit for the kitchen. Although once I am able to upgrade my house, I'm probably going to move it into the basement. And then I do have this little stove as well. So I used this, I think it's the flower what's it called in The Sims 4? It's like a flower like workbench, which was the closest thing that I could find to the workbench in Animal Crossing. So that's exactly what I used. And moving on to the bedroom, luckily we have this wall, which is not the one that's on the wall right now. I'm going to change it in a second. But we do have a wall in The Sims 4, which looks pretty similar to the wall that's in Animal Crossing. So I was able to use that for both the bedroom and the living room, which you'll see in a little bit. Unfortunately, because we have only very specific swatches that we can use for the furniture, I wasn't able to recreate the bed exactly or even very accurately at all, because the bed that I have in Animal Crossing is just a white comforter with this kind of like orange wood color for the bed frame. But this is the closest bed that I could find that made the most sense. So that's mostly what I'm just doing here, is trying to find things that look as close as possible to what I have in Animal Crossing. Luckily, some things are actually pretty close or similar, so you kind of get the gist of it. So it did kind of work out. So here I'm just finishing off the bedroom, which doesn't have a whole lot of furniture anyways. It's pretty simple, but I do really like it. I think I like it more in Animal Crossing. It looks a little bit more cohesive, but here it didn't turn out too badly. I think it looks all right. And then pretty soon, I think we're going to move on to the living room, which in actual Animal Crossing, I don't have those middle pieces of the sectional. So right now, it's just kind of like an empty couch, if you will. I only have the corner pieces. So for my build here in The Sims, I just added in the full couch just to make it look like a full living room. Although I know it's technically not as accurate as it could be to what my home is in Animal Crossing at the time being, but I wanted it to look like a real full living room, so we're just going to imagine that I have those center pieces in Animal Crossing for now. Here I kind of had to adjust. I didn't realize that the living room is actually quite a bit bigger than the other rooms in the house in Animal Crossing, so I just adjusted the size here so that everything fit in pretty accurately. Luckily, everything in Animal Crossing kind of fits on a grid as well, kind of similar to The Sims. So that part in terms of the like sizing and scale was pretty accurate. I was able to do it pretty accurately, so that I'm happy about. Um, Other than that, like the biggest struggle was just finding furniture and decor that matched as closely as possible because we only have limited swatches for colors and designs. But it was pretty fun. It was a fun little challenge that I created for myself, and I encourage you actually as well, if you do have Animal Crossing and you also have The Sims 4, maybe try to recreate your Animal Crossing home in Sims 4 because it's a lot of fun, even though you might not necessarily be able to use it for Sims 4 gameplay. It's kind of like a fun little challenge or side project that you can do, and it doesn't take very long either. Well, it didn't take me that long to do because I kind of already had an idea of what I wanted to do more or less, but it really shouldn't take that long. Even if you have all the rooms in your Animal Crossing home, it shouldn't take too much time. I guess it depends on how much attention to detail you want as well, and how furnished your Animal Crossing home is. Unlike mine is not very furnished at all just because I don't have that much furniture available, but I'm sure if you have a whole bunch of furniture and really cool things in your home, it might take you a little bit more time. So here I'm going into the bathroom, which luckily there was actually some pretty accurate items here as well. Unfortunately, we don't have that nice honeycomb tile wall. Maybe it's part of a pack that I don't have, but I really love that wall in Animal Crossing. I wish I had it in The Sims 4. And some of these things are really accurate. Like that little basket looks pretty similar. The sink looks pretty similar. The toilet even looks pretty similar. So I was able to luck out here in the bathroom as well with some of the things being pretty spot on in The Sims 4 compared to Animal Crossing here. And I was able to find a pink bathtub and a pink little rug as well. So thanks again for watching. We're coming up to the end of the video here. Feel free to subscribe and like if you want more, and follow me on Instagram as well for more build stuff. See you in the next video.